So I'm a follower of Squatch 253, and I'm here at work, and I thought I'd take a break from the TV transmitters and show you a little gem I've got hidden in the back room here. This is a storage room. Come down here. There she is in all her glory. Caterpillar D337 generator set. And it's in a nice warm building. Isn't out in the elements, but it is no longer used, so it's mothballed and in this place forever, because I think they built the building around it. This building was built in 1957-ish, 58, and I don't know when this was bought. So I'm hoping Squatch takes a look at this video and maybe he can tell me something about this this gen set. I recognize a couple things from watching his channel well enough. I am not a diesel mechanic. I do electronics and television for a living, so don't know too much about this cat. But I do know to check some things, and let's see what we can find. Well, it has the Caterpillar logo cast into the radiator. That's not the wavy Caterpillar, so I know that's going to help date this thing, but it's all straight block letters. Someone built this really cool doghouse for the air inlet, and what's funny is there's a sticker, 9 gallons of antifreeze, December 5th, 1972. So that's pretty funny. As a matter of fact, here's an replacement float for an antifreeze tester. Price from Sears and Roebuck, 49 cents. So really kind of funny, you know. See some neat stuff on here. Does have a turbocharger on top. What's interesting is that this turbocharger, Air Search Industrial Division, a Garrett Corporation, made for Caterpillar. And there's the turbocharger. Pretty interesting. I did see another tag down over here. It says, fuel injection equipment designed and manufactured by Caterpillar Tractor Company. And I recognize on the other side, it's got the, in the block, the back of the block, the spot where the pony engine would go to start one of these things if you was using it in another application. But here's the armature. And this thing was 150 kVA generator, 450 to 225 amps, 60 hertz, and it looks like a Y was the connection. Kind of neat stenciled logo there on the air cleaner. At some point, someone replaced the voltage regulator. I do know that. And I recognize this here from a lot of Squatch's videos. I remember 1117, I think, is the D2 he's got tore apart, trying to get that shaft out of there. But pretty neat. It's in remarkably good condition. I just don't know how old it is. Again, it's been in a nice, warm, heated building. Now, this is interesting. In the block, this is raised lettering. It's actually cast that way. Caterpillar across the block. Very interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. We do have a replacement generator that was put in years ago, and it doesn't have that kind of craftsmanship associated with it. And then over here, there's a tag, and it says this is a D337F. Let me see if I can get a little better light on it for you. 6-cylinder, 5.5 bore, 6.5 stroke. 1800 RPM governed. And I notice there's a little writing down here in the corner. 1F7 158. So I have no idea how to tell how old this thing is. And here is a serial tag. I was looking on the block somewhere to see if I could find a stamping. And this may be the wrong side of the block for that. That Squatch always uses to tell how old these things are, but I have not been able to locate it. Looking down low here, nothing. But she just sits here in this nice warm room doing nothing. The fuel lines have been disconnected. Does have antifreeze in it. And the battery's been removed. Let's see if I can find a... Well, there's a tag way back in there behind the starter. But I don't see anything that identifies like a casting number on this thing that would maybe reveal its age. I don't know. It's a conundrum. To me, this here, I'm not sure if that's a crack or a... Doesn't look like a crack. I think that's just paint. Yeah, I can scratch that off with my finger, so... Yeah, here she sits. Kind of neat. So I'm hoping Squatch will chime in the comments below, and maybe he's got some info on how I can tell how old this thing is. But again, I think they built a building right around it because it is a metal skinned building. I think they put it in its place and built a building around it. So there's our hidden gem.